Person is not here. Clap him. And the second place award goes to City of Kingston Sodality Cooperative Credit Union. And the first place goes to Advantage General Insurance Company Limited.
I'm pleased to present the Outstanding Leadership Awards to the person living with HIV and AIDS sector, Mr. Ainsley Reid. Mr. Ainsley Reid has been the 2008 to 2009 focal point in the national HIV/AIDS response in the process of integrating the greater involvement of people living with HIV/AIDS GPOC. Since his disclosure, Mr. Reid has been one of the most known and loved faces of HIV/AIDS and has dedicated his life to serving this sector of persons. Mr. Reid is honored for his unceasing and diligent efforts towards the reduction of stigma and discrimination and the improvement of more accepting attitudes to persons living with HIV and AIDS. He has also contributed to the improved access to treatment, care and support, prevention services, and for building a foundation for the removal of barriers to the successful interventions within the community of most at-risk populations. He's a stellar advocate, and he is the founder of the Jamaican Network of Seropositives. Mr. Ainsley Reid, ladies and gentlemen.
The government sector, and the award goes to the Ministry of Education. The Ministry of Education is one of 4 line ministries with a mandate to guide the development of a sector approach to HIV and AIDS. The Ministry of Education, recognizing the important role it has to play in the national HIV/AIDS response, implemented several interventions. One of these is the revision of the Health and Family Life Education policy and curriculum. This revision ensured that HIV and AIDS issues were integrated effectively into health and family life education. In 2005, the Health and Family Life Education curriculum was again revised to include life skills and was aligned to the CARICOM regional framework to be the main vehicle through which HIV and AIDS education would be taught in the formal education system. The HFLE curriculum has been rolled out in 647 schools, impacting 289,626 students. The Ministry of Education is also the only sector ministry that has developed a strategic plan for the sector it serves. The plan was completed in 2008. The Ministry of Education was also the first to submit a policy on HIV/AIDS to Cabinet and Parliament for approval. Parliament approved the national policy for the HIV/AIDS management in schools.
The Outstanding Leadership Award for International Organization is presented to the United States Agency for International Development, which will be accepted by Mr. Robert Bonsi, Acting Mission Director. The USAID mission in Jamaica on its website states its mission as follows. USAID, Jamaica, Caribbean, through the personal contribution of each employee, and in close collaboration with our partners in the Caribbean, dedicates itself to assisting the people of the Caribbean in attaining their full potential as individuals and collectively as nations by improving the quality of their lives and helping them to achieve sustainable development. Over the past year, the USAID, particularly through the efforts of its mission director, Dr. Karen Hillard, has gone beyond the call of duty to advocate for additional funding for support of the National HIV/STI program. In addition, Dr. Hillard has provided technical oversight and lobby to strengthen the capacity of NGOs to reach vulnerable communities, and is an advocate broadening the involvement of civil society in Jamaica's response to HIV/AIDS. Dr. Hillard is committed to improving the capacity of the National AIDS Committee and the country coordinating mechanism of the Global Fund to fulfill its mandate. Mr. Robert Bonsi, United Nations, United States Agency for International Development.
Academia. The award goes to Professor Brendan Bain, and it will be accepted by his wife, Mrs. Pauline Bain. Professor Bain is the director of the Caribbean Health Leadership Institute and also the director of the Chart Regional Coordinating Unit, UAHARP. Professor Brendan Bain has been involved in Jamaica's HIV/AIDS response since the early 1980s. He has performed critical functions such as being a major trainer of healthcare practitioners in HIV treatment and management. At a time when we're all concerned about sustainability, Professor Bain has been instrumental in ensuring the institutionalization of the HIV/AIDS response at UII. He has successfully advocated for the Office of the Dean to be directly involved in the administration of the UII HIV/AIDS program. The program will continue to be managed by Professor Bain, who will ensure that HIV/AIDS awareness and training is fully integrated into the UII curricula.
Outstanding Leadership Award in the area of media and entertainment, presented to Dr. Kwame Dawes, poet, actor, storyteller, writer, broadcaster, and is currently Professor of English at the University of South Carolina. Born in Ghana, Dr. Dawes had his earlier upbringing and education in Jamaica before moving to the United States. In 2009, Dr. Dawes presented in Jamaica a work entitled Hope, Living and Loving with HIV in Jamaica. The production, which documented HIV and AIDS in Jamaica using poetry, photographs, and other media, was commissioned by the Pulitzer Center for Crisis Reporting. Dr. Dawes made trips to Jamaica and heard the story of many persons infected and affected by HIV and AIDS. Dr. Dawes received an Emmy Award for the production. The award was won in the category of New Approaches to News and Documentary Performing, Arts, Lifestyle, and Culture. The initiative also resulted in a poetry collection entitled Hopes, Hospice, and the website livehopelove.com. Accepting on behalf of Dr. Kwame Dawes is his brother, Kojovi Dawes.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much, Dr. Ferguson. That concludes the presentation of our Outstanding Leadership Awards.